Yes, but to begin with, we've got the finals for Scotch doubles, BMPAP versus Negros Billiard Stable, Corteza and Gallego off to lag.
And of course, the first match of yesterday featured these two same teams, and it was the BMPAP tandem of Gallego and Lining beating the Negros stable. So there is somewhat a confidence factor here. Of course, the lag thereof for Negros and what the momentum will bring for the BMPAP.
If they do get hill. Number two, the break shot. Each team has to have their break shot working. Otherwise, the other team can actually steal. And off the bat, a possible scratch here by W.Kiamco. Ball in hand for BMPAP and an open table. So as we were saying, the break is very, very important in alternate break format.
So it is a bad start for the Negros Billiards table. The Billiards Managers and Players Association of the Philippines team now with a golden opportunity. No ball has been pocketed as after the break. But it's a pretty much wide open table. We just take a look at the 3 and the 7 tied together. But everything else seems to be placed out good for these gentlemen.
Yeah, that's, of course, if everybody's wondering, yesterday, Team BMPAP and Team Bugsies played off TV yesterday, and this is the team that emerged on the final table today. I think it was a blowout, I believe, yesterday. Of course, Dennis, after the match, just shook their hand and just went out the door. Was not too happy about the loss, but nevertheless, you know, it's the better guys of the day who played and won it.
Of course, all throughout the coverage, we will be hearing from all of the players as they are mic'd up for this coverage. Here's some of the strategies. Kaya yung mga batang nag-aaral ng bilyar dyan, play close attention. Marami tayong matututunan dito.
Yes, just listen and watch. Lining was left with a tough shot on the 3. Looks like he's playing a cut on the side pocket. Wonderful shot there by Lining. And
look at the position on the 4 there.
That was the easiest, the toughest ball on this rack. Actually, he still has to deal with that 6, then make his way towards the 7. So Lining has to give Gallego not a tight angle, but something that he can come back easily for that 7. So he's making position 5 to the 6. He wants that to bump up, doesn't want to be straight on.
And he does get the angle. And we've been talking about this since yesterday, B-Boy. Minsan, pag derecho, mas hirap pa mga bilyarista. Some of them are more comfortable with an angle.
Yes, they are. Actually, he was actually playing for the left corner pocket. Now, Gallego has to draw this back for that 7 in the side.
Boom.
And perfectly done. Nice recovery there by BMPAP.
They are going through rack number 1 like clockwork here. The BMPAP boys looking to draw first blood. 8-ball top right corner. Knocks it through.
Nice angle was left there by Lining for that. Took the scratch out of the way. 9-ball left.
And the BMPAP pick up where they left off yesterday. They take rack number 1 on the Negros boys.
Solid break there by Nicoy Lining. 2 balls in the side pocket.
And
one drops.
1 in the bottom right corner.
Look at the 2.
So just 6 balls to put up a 2-0 lead here. And with regards to this match, yesterday Negros already lost to BMPAP, and now they are looking good to put a 2-0 lead. What kind of pressure will be on the Negros boys now?
Well, if BMPAP manages to clear out this rack, there's going to be big pressure. 2-rack advantage in race to 9 alternate break is going to be a bit hard to deal with, especially if BMPAP's break is doing good like it just did right now. So 4 balls remaining and a solid start here by these two.
But of course, because it is an alternate break format, the Negros boys will get a chance to get back on the table in rack number 3.
That's the nice thing about this format.
But they got to do better than they did in rack number 1, where they scratched the break.
Yes, that's true. But the nice thing about an alternate break format is you're sure that you're definitely getting back on the table. Oh, hold on. It's a little bump on the 6th, but that's not going to bother them too much.
Gallego, though, didn't like how we prepared this next shot. Pero kaya naman daw.
Of course, yesterday was a bit raining outside. Conditions have changed. It's bright and sunny here inside the Sky Dome. Let's see, though, if the Koilining and Typhoon Gallego can brew up a storm against these two from Negros Billiard Stable.
Excellent shot by Nicoy Lining. Now Gallego back on the table, nicknamed Bebeng Bacolod, and is the pride of Bacolod City, hence the nickname. He's the reigning Japan Open champion and also a 2006 Asian 9-ball tour Thailand leg champion. And now Lining with a chance to put a world on pressure on Negros. Lines up, knocks in the 9. They have to capitalize on this break. They are already down 2 racks. We see a ball drop in, the 8 ball, but that cue ball is tied up with the 5, and they will have to bridge over the 9 as well.
Well, not a bad break here. Unfortunately, the 4 ball did not move. Although I fancy Aliva to get this. Doesn't have to do anything with that cue ball. Just pocket the 1 ball. Appears that the 2 will be available in that right side pocket. So all he has to do is just maintain the speed and just get that 1 ball in. Opted to fire it in, and we'll have good shape for the 2 on that left corner.
Napaganda pa yata yung tinamaan nyo sa isa, no?
Yeah, it came out better than he wanted. 3 ball, no problem. I don't see any more hurdles here in this rack.
The referee offering the tiririt. But it is not used.
And we rarely see that the bridge or the rest, or in Filipino, the tiririt used. Usually the players are armed with cue extensions nowadays.
Kiamco now trying to figure out where he wants to leave the cue for Corteza. And this is the interesting dynamic of doubles. Teammates have to alternate taking shots. And that kiss off the 6 just stopped the ball on its track for the 5.
Actually, it's fine. Draw it back or come off the rail. Wants a bigger angle. Yeah, he can cheat the pocket from this, or he can just move forward. Doesn't need to do or to go close to the 7. Any updates, Magu? The game behind us?
Well, Anthony is there, and I think he will have an update on this later on in the coverage. And now, the Negros Billiard Stable with a chance now to put up a point on the board and to hang on to the coattails of the BMPAP boys. And the 9 goes to Kiamco.
Racks. Depending on how this break shot turns out, and a ball did fly into the hole, and the 1 ball clearly offering a combination on that black 8. So another nice break here coming from Lining and Gallego. Because at this point, although it's still close, or early in the race to 9 match, they just cannot afford to be trading shots here. What the Negros needs is for BMPAP to make a big mistake for them to be able to equalize.
B-Boy, you played in so many tournaments. How frustrating is it to be sitting on the sidelines, not being able to get on the table and just praying for a mistake? Yung gigil factor nandun na.
Yeah, it is there, but usually they're used to the fact that if it's an open table, they're really going to be stuck on the chair. So they're just hoping that somewhere along the way somebody makes an error. You know, the cue ball hides. That's the only thing they can do. It's the level of competition and the talent that they have. They're already used to that. If it's open, I'm sitting down. That's why a lot of players prefer alternate break format, especially if they're playing against better players, because they get a chance to come back. Of course, if you're playing winner's break against the likes of Django Bustamante or especially like Gomez, who we saw in the Pool Championship before ran how many straight racks. It's all the break.
You might suffer on your own rhythm, pero kung mas magaling nga yung kalaban, okay na din dahil you get a chance. And I thought that 9 had a chance.
And speaking about mistakes here,
it was a mistake on the preparation before this shot, as we were talking about mistakes. And now the Negros boys jump out of their seats.
And those are not errors that you want, especially in a championship game.
So Corteza now with a chance to capitalize on that mistake by BMPAP. Levan takes care of the 3. His partner W.Kiamco will be gunning for the 4, bottom left corner.
Draw shot coming up here for the Warrior.
Excellent call there.
That's a sweet angle to come out one rail for that 6th ball in the left corner pocket. So a glaring error or a glaring position error there by BMPAP might just make them give up their 1-rack advantage, or what should have been a 2-rack advantage.
And the best news for supporters of the Negros Billiards table is the guys in black, or the men in black, will be breaking in the next rack.
So it's a 2-rack swing, Magoo. Or what is going to be a 2-rack swing if Negros holds their serve, or rather their break, after this rack is over.
W.Kiamco now aims at the 9. And we are tied at 2 racks apiece. We'll be breaking in rack number 5 to try and undo this tie.
Now, last break that the team Negros did was a break and a run. They stole one back.
Moving.
Almost went in the side pocket. He needs that 1 ball to show. Push out or safety, probably.
Looks like they can see the 1, but there's no clear pocket there.
9 balls he tracking towards that side pocket. Unfortunately, gravity or the rail not making it go in. So 1 ball now.
And all tournament long, we've only seen 1 golden break so far.
Yes, and that was by Dennis Orgulio yesterday.
In their opening match. And that was when they beat the Puyat boys of Pagulayan and Luwat 5-0.
Ano, kaya ba? Parang hindi kaya eh. Kaya ba? Hindi po, mapabagsak eh. Extension.
Of course, the 45-second shot clock in effect.
Go.
When the clock beeps, it's down to 10 seconds. But per rack and per team, they have a 30-second extension each.
Looked like he's drawing this, trying to kill that cue ball, bring the 1 ball up table. Whoa, he was going offensive.
Blazing lang yun eh.
But it looks like it's still good.
Still running.
Oh.
You hear Warren saying placing, but Levan didn't go for the shot, and now he's probably left a semi-jump or masse on that 1.
It almost worked in their favor. Hindi pumasok yung opensa, pero yun yung tirang protection, you know? Even if he didn't make it, he should have had a safety. But the yellow ball rolled a little too much.
Yeah, but that was a lucky safety if he ever did that, because it would be hard to compensate on the speed of the hit on the 1. I don't know, maybe he's going to try safety behind the 6. Yeah, looks like he's trying to get there, but unfortunately that's a full ball leave on the 1 ball.
And he even called it may pasok, ibig sabihin. The men in black can pocket this
lang ng 4 pareha.
Sige. Communication the key in a double smash like this.
To follow this shot in.
Liga dito. Saan gusto mo?
Ha? Wala namang butas doon eh. Si may stop ball na lang. Stop ball, tapos doon lang.
Bulahin ko na lang sa dulo.
Hindi, wag. Mahirap. Doon tayo sa ubos.
Stop ball?
And these guys gotta watch it. They have already used their extension in this rack.
Yeah, they won't be needing it anymore unless they lose position on the 1, the cue ball rather. You can just stop the cue ball right where the 2 is. Take a 1 rail out, shoot the 4 in the upper left corner. Opted for 2, and that would have been the best angle to take it off, but now he's got a slight problem. He's a bit off angle for that 4.
Atakin mo na, sagad dito.
You heard him say he's going to draw as he might be
Ingat
loading
ka
up
lang.
with a lot of right spin.
Baling kumulam. Wala sa bobra.
Isagad mo na.
Okay na yan.
Actually played it without spin now.
Pwede na yan, no?
Warren says, oh, it's okay, but he's going to now be bumping into that 8 ball.
Of course, you are watching this live on Studio 23 and will also be televised on the Filipino channel. And a Challenge of the Legend is in part is brought to you by Bugsy Promotions. And Bugsy Promotions would like to thank Milky Way Design and Photography with telephone numbers 212-9405 and telefax at 642-9529.
Ikaw. Sige, pwede rin patrasin mo sa side. Ikaw gusto.
Yeah, 2 options here, side or the corner.
Hirap nang pasikat dito eh.
They know they're on live TV right now.
Uh-oh.
Kaya mo yan.
Puwersa pa tayo.
That was a bit short. Short meaning that because of the angle given, the cue ball is going to be going towards the right side
Higup naman yan.
of the table.
But instead of an apology, he just gives them a vote of confidence. Kaya mo yan, kaya mo yan.
Yeah, playing the 9 had to make a bit of a difficult choice there, but playing the 9 in the left corner could have been making their work a lot easier.
And now, Levan Corteza with a chance to string together 3 consecutive racks after dropping the first 2. And the Negros Billiard Stable take rack number 5. They now lead 3-2 in this race to 7. And now the BMPAP boys, a little worried after picking up the first 2 racks, have dropped the next 3.
Yeah, and especially if they do manage to get this, which the break is working for Nikoy again.
A couple of balls dropping off that break.
But has no full pocket on that 3 ball.
Power break.
Balik doon, kapag ganun, pwede ba yun? Kaya lang, alangan yung tres, ano? Kaya nga, doon nga.
Of course, we would also like to thank JBet Poker. Download JBet Poker at jbetpoker.net and qualify free for the monthly free roll.
Alam, gagawa eh.
Ha?
Paano gagawin natin?
Anong seconds?
Talking about safety and checking the clock. They call the extension.
Dito. Walang pagpusan eh. Kaya po-push.
Push na lang, push.
Saan po-push?
No, push shot here, but most probably they might get this shot back.
Push out.
Leaving a half ball
Binta na ito, pare.
sight on the 3 ball.
Ay, ikaw lang gusto mo.
Pipinahan mo sa akin.
Gusto mo, ako titira.
Actually,
Ikaw ba na?
Hindi, ikaw.
there is
Gusto mo,
a
ikaw tumira.
possibility of
Sige.
them playing
Ako.
offensive
Kaya mo
here.
yan,
O, sige, ako na.
Nipisan lang ako. Cover yan dito.
Ako
Dito
na,
lang
ako na.
lang.
O, sige, ako na. Ako na.
Kiamco and Corteza discussing strategy here.
Yeah, because Kiamco can actually play this offensively. Cue ball will be tracking towards the upper side of the table. So if he misses it, there's a possibility that it's going to play safe, and rightfully it does. Look this, and the 3-9, I believe, is set for a combination shot.
Ang ganda naman ng asinta eh.
Ayos lang. Buti kung madali yung tinira mo.
So the 3-9 married
Sisi yung sarili
together
mo.
all the way down the table. There is a little bit of a crack in between those two balls.
Kita ka
Hindi,
lahat.
pados-bandos na. di ba?
So can they actually go offensive on the 9 here?
Yeah, it looks like 3 is lined up. I don't know. Maybe if he nips that 3 thinly, it might just go for the 9.
There it goes.
Ay,
Doesn't get it to go.
di na.
And left a 3/4 of the 3 ball for the Negros team.
Safety behind the 7, and that's not going to go, and it's short.
Way short
Mahina pa,
on
no?
that safety attempt.
Pahihina pa ng konti.
Ayos lang.
Tinahan ko pa rin.
Gallego now sizing up that 3. He wants to cut it into that top left corner. Doesn't get that one to go.
Well, that would have turned out better like this. There is a bank on if Warren and Levan want to go offensive.
But did they bank it to the top left corner or left side pocket? Because the 4 is all the way up table.
Top left corner.
Ha?
They're talking about safety.
Di ba malitro ko?
Siguro mo lang malagay mo lang yung ano, bato sa 4. Dito sa likod. Basta sa likod lang.
So safety is their discussion.
Wagsak lang.
Cue ball behind the 4. Not a difficult safety
Cover
for
na yan.
Warren. Ooh, gets the double kiss.
Ano malilito?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Litro ko eh.
Lined up perfectly now for BMPAP.
He hit that wide, yeah.
Hindi, kasi pag panipis, dito lang darating ang
Titingin
pamato.
mo na, malakas dito. Hindi aabot yan.
Pag maninipis.
Sentro eh. Pag sentro, di talaga takbo. Nipisan mo lang, cover na rito.
Frustrated over that last shot.
Sometimes the difficulty with playing tandem, you know, you second guess yourself.
Because you have a guy who has probably a different style than yours. And would take shots in a different approach. Almost running into trouble.
So errors in this rack by both teams, both positional.
Pinang-pina.
So probable cut into a safe. Just slice that pink 4 thin and bring that cue ball down table where the 9 is. Jump cue is going to be available for this shot.
Hindi, dito lang talaga eh. Walang magagawa eh.
Hindi ka ako umabot. Makapal, oh.
Pero ayos lang pa, matagal pa.
And Levan Corteza has pulled out his jump cue.
Eh, ang
Pwede
tagal.
siguro yan to. Dito lang.
The jump not difficult from being that the 5 is far from the cue ball as well. He has jacking power off of that rail. All he has to do is make this shot. Of course, the position for the 6 ball is not going to be that easy. Misses the 4, but
Uy,
gets
pasok na yan, pare.
contact. 8 ball tracking.
Pasok na yan.
It's lucky.
Once again, the power of prayer working here for the Negros Billiards table.
Yeah, we caught the game of BMPAP yesterday, and it was Nicoy and Gallego had the praying power. Now the black boys seem to be getting all of the good stuff.
Ano yung katawan mo, lalay lang.
The way he played it seems like 5 will pass the 9.
Corteza was reminding Kiamco, alalay lang sa katawan. Did he not like how he was balanced up or squared up for that last shot?
Yeah, maybe he was moving around after the shot was taken. It's technically like golf. You don't put your head up when you're shooting. Wait for the total stroke to finish.
Ayos yan.
Oh, lakas pre.
Running over the spots that he wanted.
Corrida lang, ito tumama mo.
Take a look at Kiamco. And that's what you were talking about. Total concentration, not bobbing your head right away. Follow your shot.
Yeah, because pocket billiards in general is a precision sport. You know, it's a game of millimeters, so any slight movement, any off balance in your weight,
Sige, ikaw.
usually
Saan mo gusto kong ano eh.
you tend to make a lot of mistakes off of that. And of course, not to mention focus has to be 100% focused.
And I guess we were earlier talking about the negatives of doubles. Now that's one of the positives, one of a lot of positives. You got a teammate there to remind you to stay focused like that.
Yeah, and then of course, pro players have a lot of different techniques. The 9 ball goes in for W.Kiamco.
And the Negros billiard table, as after dropping the first 2 racks, has put together 4 consecutive ones, and they lead us by a 4-2. We'll be right back. This is the Challenge of the Legend on Studio 23.
Yeah, and the way Warren has been breaking.
Ay, put.
Losing that cue ball.
Manipis.
9 ball getting stopped by the 4, was on its way to the hole.
Manipis.
They did pocket the 8 on that break. And they are trying to make it 5 in a row here.
The key ball here is the 3 ball. There's a 3-9 combination open, but they technically don't need to do that. They have to think about what to do with the 1. If they want to play offensive, they can do it with a bank shot. Safety is going to be tough. 10 seconds is winding down. Opts to play a bank off of the 9. This is going to be close.
Doesn't get there.
Yeah,
but
the safety.
Yeah, mani popcorn.
A little bit past lunchtime, and Warren wants popcorn.
He just got me hungry there. I want all 3, hopya, mani, and popcorn. In yesterday's result, these 2 teams figured against each other in the opening match of this short tournament. And it was the BMPAP boys picking up rack number 1 before Negros went back-to-back in 2 and 3. And then after that, that was all she wrote for Negros, as the BMPAP boys picked up the following 4 racks to take that match. And now Negros is full of revenge. Follow the leader.
That was a terrific shot executed by Gallego. Unfortunately, the cue ball following. Wow.
Maybe.
Terrific shot there. Take a look at that shot. But
fell in love with the 1.
it's like a stalker tracking.
Ano gusto mo? Sa garing ko o... Tama-tama lang. Dito na lang.
Ikaw yun, bago ka sagutin ng misis mo.
Pwede sa 9 naman.
9?
No comment, please. I'll throw that same answer back to you later.
Pero ito na, after that battle of safeties in the previous rack, Negros prevailing there, and then parang nasira yung kumpiyansa, no? For the BMPAP boys.
Yeah, a bit, but you know, of course, a lot of things can still happen. Now they knew they overran it. They were playing the 3-9 combination, as I pointed out earlier, but Warren wanted to finish the rack out, but Levan wanted to end it early. Now, it's Warren leaving him with a tough combination shot.
But he has nowhere else to go but to go for this combination.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's the thing. If he wants to play this with a bit of a two-way shot, he can try to nudge that cue ball near that 6, just in case he misses. He does miss, and look, it's going to go behind the 4 ball. Will it get there? Nope, it does not.
Doesn't quite get there, but it leaves a tougher combination out for the 3 and 5.
Okay na rin yun.
Pare, may kontrahan mo. Kasi yung size doon, may gwardiya, walang scratch. Paulugin mo lang, pabalik.
So the guard that Typhoon Gallego was saying is that even if he overruns the shot on the 3, there's a possibility that the cue ball will bump the 6 and the scratch will come out of play. Well, that was far from where he wanted, but look.
Oh, he saw enough of it.
Ay! Buti, lumabas.
He thought he was in trouble.
Yeah, the 4 ball was going to be the problem for Mikoy and Bebeng, but the 3 is in close proximity to that side at the corner. So a comedy of errors in this rack. They need this. Team BMPAP.
Yep, they need to stop the bleeding. They've dropped the previous 4 racks.
Side pocket.
Cheats that scratch, but doesn't get enough of an angle for the 4.
Well, they'll take that even though what happened to that bobble side pocket.
Oh,
You can just shoot this with a lot of top spin. Pocket speed should come out for that 6. If they get this, they will be breaking in the next rack and a possible equalizer.
So this is the shot for this rack. Four goes down. Gets the angle for the 6.
ito na pare.
He'll be coming 2 rails, long rail, then long rail. There's no way he's going to play that 6. Well, he looks like he's eyeing to play the 6 short-sided. Just a tad of left-hand spin. Gets it. That's going to track back. That's going to be short, but he has good angle.
Now the 9 is lined up perfectly for Bebeng Bacolod. And they stop the bleeding.
It's the errors that hound him on the table. After you said a minimum of 2 balls, Magoo, it seems like they're going to be dry and a straight-in shot for Warren and Levan on the 1 ball. Another turn of events here with the break. Actually, Nikoy took a lot of power out of that. He was breaking them or with a medium break pace.
Kuridahin mo na lang sa side mo ilagay pamato doon.
So Corrida
Para di
meaning
ka
follow
Buha mo?
with a lot of top
Corrida.
spin.
Ha? Kurida? Oo. Tansyahin mo na lang.
So a bit of cheating here with the pocket.
Mahina.
Soft.
Ibang tira eh.
Prefer the side. Yeah, the 5 looks like to be blocking that path for that corner, so the side pocket was their only choice. It's still makeable, but a lot of problems here with position in this rack.
You see the 3 right by the right side pocket.
Saan placing?
Now they're discussing going safety.
Well, he can actually wedge up that
kaya
cue
eh.
ball on the
Wala,
7, but
hindi
he needs to
kaya.
be hitting a rail. If they want to go offensive, they can shoot the 2 with a cut, swing that cue ball, what, 4 rails for that 3 in the side?
Tatamaan ng
They're not
city
going to do
pare.
that.
Kaya mo yan, parating lang.
Safety. That's the thing. The safety was going to be
Sipin
tough.
mo. Hindi kaya. Hindi
They
kaya.
wanted either the cue ball behind the 7 or the deuce bouncing off that side rail
Actually-
para matakpan naman itong 5.
Actually, they needed the cue ball behind the 7. That was their first objective. But they needed the 2 ball to contact the rail. So he had to hit it with a bit more speed.
Otherwise, kung hindi bumanda, bad shot.
Foul, yeah.
That'll be a foul in the game of 9 ball.
And Warren was telling Levan hindi kaya. But the way that 2 bounced off, we could see there's a little bit more space off of the rail. So he just hit it a tad too hard. But now,
Oh, self-defense is what happened here. He gets the 2, but no, not a complete ball on the 3.
I don't know why he even shot that hard. Maybe he was going to play a bank off of the 3 for that top left. Because there's no pocket that the 3 is available except for the side.
You see a messy shot here? Or
If you can see it, it's possible close corner. Playing off the rail with a kick, and this might turn up lucky for him behind the 5.
oh, what a shot here!
Yeah, unintended, of course,
Hold on.
but
Let me correct myself. What a lucky shot here! And even they know it. Look at Bebang Gallego. All smiles there. Everybody in the building knows it was a lucky shot.
Yun ang problema natin, yung 4.
They already know the shot will go back to them.
Di ba?
there's a trick shot here. I've seen Mike Massey of the USA do it. Hit a semi-jump off of that short rail with a lot of spin. But of course, there's no way they're going to be doing that. They're going to be playing an intentional foul. Oh, the jump was I was actually going to say on the rail, jumped off of the rail into the. But looks like he did be able to get the full ball off of that 5. Terrific shot there.
Excellent shot for Levan Corteza. Oh, but Bebang Gallego wanting a review here, wanting to know if the 5 moved.
Yeah, they want to check if the 5 moved. Gonna get a slow motion replay
Everybody
of that
walking
last
over.
jump shot.
They're actually walking over to us. There's a monitor over there. There's a monitor there. Here we go.
It looks well. It looks tight. If we can get a smaller.
Kung gumalaw yun, hindi na gagawin takbo ng pamato. Gagawin na. Tumama.
It looks like.
It was a perfect shot by Levan Corteza.
Ayan, tina na. Palusot na lang sa tunga. Basta igal ang tunga. Oh.
So the referee saying it was a legal shot. But Kiamco could not capitalize on that excellent shot by Corteza.
Wala tayong magagawa. Papasok na lang din sa main web, baka makover. Di pwede, wala. Pare, baka makakover dito.
Right now,
Wala
it's
eh.
not the
May
4 that
pasok
they
lang
are
eh.
worried about. They are worried about how to get back on to the 5.
Nadiin. Lakas. Lakas.
So they decide to go safety, but
Side pocket for the pink 4.
backfires
Sobrang
on
lakas.
the BMPAP boys.
Inaano ko sa 9.
A little too
Wala
much
talaga,
muscle
yun lang
is what they're blaming it on. So the side is open for Corteza here. And the natural motion of the ball should take it all the way up the table and back for the 5.
Ay, nako. Ay. Ang gusto mo, ikaw na lang tumira.
Wala, doubles eh.
Ano ako eh.
This is
Doubles.
nerves you're hearing from Levan Corteza right now.
Starting to blame each other actually. Because Corteza is Corteza is taking shots and leaving combinations to what he would be comfortable with. And Kiamco is asking him to give him his kind of shots.
Yeah, but I test this all to nerves. Both parties, based on what's happening, are nervous, really nervous. Jump shot for Corteza.
You saw him make a An amazing jump shot earlier.
Safety.
Could not do it this
Nope,
time.
that's going to pop out.
Talbog na, no?
Stop bull. Dito na si Bakit.
We're Gallego going. If they don't want to finish it, we will.
Sigawan.
Saan, pare?
So Lining
Side.
now on the table.
Actually, that was an easier jump shot on the 6th than the last jump shot that Corteza played. Tough shot coming up also for Antonio Lining. Has to draw this, or he could force follow. Draws it back for the side pocket, and will it get there? He needs that to move. He's going to be leaving Ramil Gallego a longer shot on the 8th. You see where he's pointing his cue.
Hindi, tama. Padidikit
Kung
mo.
dito, kung dito.
Wala, may bitin dyan.
Dito pa rin.
May bitin pa rin. Tingnan mo muna. Tingnan mo muna.
Mas mahirap patakbuhin dito.
Tingnan mo nga paano magiging mahirap.
Sige, pwede. Padikit mo?
Oo.
I told you, B-Boy. I'm loving the dynamics of
He wants that to come out straight, but no, he's out straight. He wanted to be up on the rail.
I'm loving the dynamic of alternate doubles or tag team doubles. As long as it's always the players mic'd up, because we hear everything they're saying.
Okay, a lot of spin, top spin will be used. Possible 3 cushion for the 9 in the lower left corner, and he might just get there. Yeah, that's perfect.
Malakas.
That's gonna be fine.
Ayos na rin yan.
2 inches more than that would have been a disaster. But Team BMPAP will take this.
And they make sure they drop the 9. Cannot afford a single screw up here.
Yeah, the only thing they can do is hold the break.
Check out the 9.
Fast break coming up. 9 ball going down.
And that's how to not make a mistake. Just make the 9 off a golden break, and we are on Hill Hill.
Ties up proceedings at 6.
On the hands of Negros Billiard Stable. BMPAP did what they had to do. 9 ball, you see, getting bumped by that cue ball. It's a golden break, the second of this entire tournament.
And what a fitting finale we have for our tag team Scotch doubles in 9 ball. We are tied on the hill, 6 apiece. And this next rack will be for all the marbles. Negros will be breaking, and this is what you were talking about way back when we started earlier at 2 p.m. The lag. How important is it when it goes hill-hill? If you win the lag, you break for the final rack.
Yes, and we've been seeing W.Kiamco breaking almost perfectly.
Except for his very first break where he scratched. Everything else was okay.
A lot of mistakes, both teams, the previous racks, but it all boils down to one more
30
game.
rocks. Negros
This
to
for the
break.
win.
Tied at
For
6
this
games.
rack for the win.
Excellent break from the BMPAP boys. Will Negros have the same reply? The Warrior, W.Kiamco, on the break.
Hammering that break. Looks to be dry.
Oh, and what a time for a dry break to come. The only lucky break, though, is there's no clear shot on the 1.
Yeah, push out probably here.
Yan mo dito, pare. Dito.
Saan? Dito?
Dito sa may points nito.
Ay, may cover dyan.
Ha?
Madali i-cover dito.
Subukan ng i-cover.
Dito.
It is going to be a
Dito
battle of attrition here in the final rack. It is sudden death
24 seconds.
at the Sky Dome.
Push out.
Yeah, they don't want to be using up their extension. They might need it a bit later.
And they call for push. Lining pushes it over to the left rail.
I don't actually like this push. One, they can go offensive. Number 2, if you check that 6 ball where the 9 is, it's tied up. There's no clear pocket. Levan can actually, or Levan and Mark can actually try to pocket this one in the side pocket. Try to play offensive. It looks like he's playing safety. Like
That's
off
so-
of
But-
a 5, I really don't understand that shot. He is left BMPAP with the 1 out the pocket to go to. Safety here behind the 5 is possible.
Bagsak. Ilang seconds? Abangan mo pa rin.
Marami pa. 25.
25 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And they are worried about that clock now because, like you said, they do not want to use their extension early on because it looks like this final rack will be drawn out.
11 seconds. Pare.
10 seconds.
Now they use the extension.
So they want to make her, Gallego wants to make this shot perfect.
It looks like it is pocketable in the upper right corner.
Doesn't get any of those balls, but what does he
Oh
do?
boy, it's an
Ball.
open shot. Yeah, it's an open shot on the 1.
So let's see if that error does prove as costly as it seems.
Yeah, because the way he shot that, it seemed that the 1 was makeable in the top right. If he was playing safety, he would not shoot that cue ball at that pace. But now, it doesn't matter because he left an open shot for Negros Billiards.
Kiamco wanting to capitalize, knocks in that 1 and gets it perfectly lined up for the deuce.
And good angle to drop down for the 3 and take it in the upper left corner. Wow.
So it's going to be up to the nerves of Corteza. We saw him short arm a bunch of shots in the previous rack. See if he gets it all the way up the table.
This rack, though, far from over. There,
like you pointed out, it is going to be the 6 and 9 tied up. If you get through the 6 here, it might just be elementary.
looks like the 4 will pass the 8, but it's also pretty tight. Unless he wants to play the 4 in the side.
Where does he go? No, they go to the corner. Bottom right corner for the 4 here.
It seems to pass, but the angle now for the 6 is the key.
So it's after the 4, you got to go all the way up the table for the 5, and then back down for the 6. And you got to be on the right side of the 6.
Corrida kontra pare
Yeah, if
kaya
it
mo, di ba?
passes the 7, he preferred to be on the right side.
Dito lagay pamato. Hindi ba tatama ba sa 9? Hindi.
Of course, Bugsy
Dito tama.
Promotions would like to
Tantayan
thank
mo na.
Milky Way Design and Photography with telephone numbers at 212-9405 and telefax at 642-9529.
He made it easier. Actually did not think about hitting the 7. They did. Good angle to take that 5 in the top left corner, bring it down for the 6 in the lower left. Uh-oh, he hit that thick.
Even as that 5 ball went in.
Ako matalbog eh. Ha?
Sabi nga, matalbog daw masyadong mesa. But a really tough shot now for Lee Van Corteza.
Actually, Warren was thought that it would bounce a lot more, but I believe also the hit on the 5 ball, catching it too thick, slowed down that cue ball. Now, this is the shot. He's playing safety probably behind that 8 ball.
That's exactly what he does.
That's gonna leave. We've been seeing this from Corteza throughout the afternoon.
Comes up short once again. You've been pointing this out, B-Boy. And now a golden opportunity.
And you hear Gallego saying pocketing, which means he'll just shoot this in, not worry about anything.
Nakapag-extension na nga pala.
Oh, no more extension. They have to rush.
Paulugin ko na lang.
You gotta go quick now.
Dito, kahit na dito na, ayos na yun.
No more extension. If that 45-second clock runs out, that is an automatic foul, ball in hand.
The only worry they have to see here is that they hit that 7 on the way out, catching it thin. Otherwise, perfect. That's going to bounce, but he's over and under. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, a little too much. Oh, he didn't want to straight him up like this. What drama we are seeing here at the Sky Dome.
Dapat doon na, no? Dito na 7.
Wow. He said he well.
Hindi, pinahulog ko na. Sobra naman lakas.
Tayo dito ah.
Eh, may protection naman eh.
He's going to play off the bank.
Babalik na.
Try to bring the cue ball where the 8 is. If he misses, he will have a blocking ball. No, play the safety instead. That's going to show.
Not completely, though.
Eh, mahirap pa rin.
So this is one time.
Sumobra naman,
And what shot is are they left here? Do they have to bank it off the left rail onto the right side
Pare,
pocket?
tirahin ko na ito.
He wants to hit this. It's dangerous. There is a possibility of a bump off the point of the side when that cue ball comes out. I'm talking about the cross bank 7 in the right side pocket.
Pectus. Mas pakulang. Pectus ba? Pectus
The men in black from Negros still have an extension here. They should take their time at this point.
10 seconds.
Extension. Sige nga sila.
They do use that extension.
Ano magagawa rito eh?
Now Kiamco wanting to take this on. Hang on to your seats, folks.
0-0 off of this shot.
This will be the shot of the tournament. Kiamco aims.
Looks
Gets
good.
it off. No!
Off
Misses
of the
it.
point.
And he leaves a straight shot for the BMPAP boys. What an aggressive shot.
Pasok. Kunti na lang oh.
It's a game of millimeters. He missed that by almost 5 hair lengths. 5 hair strands rather.
And Kiamco and Corteza continuing to unravel here. Nagkakasisihan.
I'm not counting this game done yet. But now I am.
Leaning make sure of the 7. Where is it in comparison to the 8? Straight on. Stop ball can bring them to the 9. And look at these two. They are frustrated on their seats. Nothing to do, hoping for a mistake. But at this point, BMPAP looks primed to take the crown and the 160,000 pesos that goes with it.
Draw shot coming up. If it's short, it means he's really, really nervous taking the shot.
Short draw or stop ball.
Preferred to shoot that on the other side. That was smart.
Because Lining was already standing there. He just wanted Lining to not walk around anymore. At eto, for the win, for the tournament, the cup and the title of champions, Antonio Lining lines up that 9.
Grabe
And
na.
wins it
Grabe
for the
Let's congratulate
PMPAP.
the Scotch doubles winners.
The tag team,
The champions,
Scotch
Antonio
doubles for
Lining.
9 ball,
And
now has a champion.
we have
It is the team.
Gallego.
The selection from the Billiards Managers and Players Association of the Philippines.